Can you lift weights with inflammatory bowel disease? Well, the answer is yes. Do you want to be a more resilient you? Do you want to be able to face the challenges of a chronic disease head on? Well, then I suggest that you start lifting weights. I'm in the best shape that I've ever been in, and that's thanks to having chronic disease. You see, before I was diagnosed with inflammatory bowel disease, I had never stepped foot in the gym. I did a lot of skateboarding, which was cardio exercise, which is a good thing. But other than that, I treated my body very badly. But since I have been going to the gym, I regularly lift weights up to 4-5 times a week, sometimes 7 days a week if I've got the energy. Now that's one thing to talk about, it's energy management. When you're going to start lifting weights, and if you've never lifted weights before and your energy levels are already very low, you need to start at a level that you can deal with. Now, lifting weights doesn't mean trashing yourself in the gym. We're not aiming to get crippled. We're just aiming to cause a stimulus to grow some muscle. And if your fatigue levels are very high, then I suggest you do take it easy. Like I said, we don't need to push ourselves very hard. Just get in the gym and be comfortable. Use some of the machines. It doesn't have to be heavy. You could go light, the chest press machine. Do a little bit of legs, do what you feel comfortable doing. It might just be walking on the treadmill. Anything to get you moving and being more physically active will help mitigate the problems of chronic disease. Maybe just sit on the bicycle, up the resistance so you get a bit of a leg burn. There's nothing wrong with that. And if you do feel comfortable enough, hit some of those machines, do some weights. Go with a friend if possible. And if you don't want to go to the gym, you can always do it at home. Doing a little home workout like some push-ups, some squats. These things will help. Now I know sometimes you might feel as though you might need to run to the bathroom. So a home workout will actually benefit you greatly there. One way that I was able to deal with this was I actually just got my own weights at home. And I have lifted many times whilst in a flare. And I can tell you, it didn't make things worse. If anything, it made me feel better. Because a lot of the time, when you're in a chronic disease state, you feel quite depressed. Everything's kind of gone to ruin. You feel like crap. You're crapping a lot. It's not a good state. But when I went outside into the garden and I did some deadlifts, I felt like a man again. I described it as this man juice was flowing. It was like the life came back behind my eyes. I could feel it. I was alive again. Because I was lifting weights. So I do highly suggest that you lift weights. It does make you more resilient to pain. It makes you more resilient in so many different ways. And your mindset is different. You can do it. You can get through it. This is temporary pain. Because at some point, your flare will subside. And then what? Will you be in a good, healthy state then? Now, for those of you who are not currently flaring and in remission, I highly suggest you start lifting weights, and I do suggest that you do push yourself because now's the best time to prepare for the future. If you do flare again, would you not want to deal with it better? When I went to hospital about 1.5 years ago, I think that the fact that I had been to the gym and trained my body did help me through that because I was bedbound for a little while, but I would still try and do some movement. I would still try and do I tried to do squats. The steroids I was on actually made it so my joints didn't work. By the way, they're not muscle building steroids, they're different steroids for inflammation. But anyway, I couldn't bend my leg, but I still tried. And I think movement actually, it does help. Movement has been shown to increase the rate that you recover from things, exercise in general. So why not double down on that? So get started today. Do a little bit of weightlifting. In fact, you don't have to do weightlifting. Do some body exercises, body weight stuff, push-ups, squats, walking, whatever the level is that you need to start at. Just start. And I promise you, you will start to feel better. Thanks for watching.